Alright guys, welcome back. Dawood Iddris again. Now in this exercise we are going to explore more about HTML. In our previous exercise we looked at how to create a web page. We looked at the basic structure and stuff. Now let's stylish it a bit more details by using the heading tags element. Alright, so let's go to desktop, go to Notepad again. Okay, so we can use text editors. Okay guys, in this exercise I'm going to teach you how to use text editors. So text editors help you design your stuff easily. You get me? Yeah, it helps you design stuff very easily. So in this case I've installed Notepad++. You'll go to the internet, download Notepad++. It's for free. Alright, after that, when you open your Notepad++ window, you would see something like file, edit, view, encoding language, macro, run, plugins, windows, and stuff. But in this case, we are not going to use much of this stuff that you see. We are just going to use files. We are going to make use of it to create web page. So let's just do it simply. Alright, so when you open the window, you go to file and then you go to save as. Alright, so you now locate desktop. You go to that folder of yours called HTML. I don't know how you start it, and then go to the web page and then you would give it a name. So you would give it a name like header or heading, stuff like that, heading.html. Alright, and then you would save it as HTML file. So in this case you don't even have to save it .html because the save as type you have specified what HTML already. So using text editors you already have this stuff over there to help you. Alright, so after that you'll go to save and then it will be saved as a web page. Alright guys, so now let's build our basic structure again. So you can see my text editor has an autocomplete function. Now what I'm going to do is you'll go to languages and then go to H and then go to HTML. When you select HTML, now whatever you type, Notepad++ will recognize it as HTML file and then autocomplete it easily for you. Now we'll close HTML, so you see it's auto-completed for me. And then after that you will define your head. So when I say HE, you can see it is already there. Now you see how text editors help us complete our work easily. Now after that I'm going to go to the title aspect and then what are we going to give this? Header or heading. Let's use it, heading. Okay. Alright, so after that you'll use title. You close your title. Please just remember to be closing them. Alright, you see it's auto completed and also highlighted. That is the good news about editors. They help you auto complete and also highlight them. Alright, so guys, after that let's go to define our body. So the body element is already there, and then you can see this editor is very shoe. Alright, so we define our body. Now we close that body. Alright, so whatever we want to include in the page, we have to define it here. Alright guys, so now let's look at heading. But before that, let me introduce you to a meta tag. Now meta tag is a void element. With this, when we open, we don't close. So you will say meta tag and you will say name and you give it the name to be author. So in this case I'm just giving definition about the author of this page. So you're going to say content and then you will say equals to Dawood. So Dawood is the author. In this case HTML understand this. So whenever anyone takes the work, he knows the person who did this work is what? Dawood. So this is one of the void elements that we are first explore. Alright guys, so after that when we go in a bit more detail, I'll teach you element, attribute, and value. So this is an HTML element called meter. This is a attribute to element, and then this is a value to the attribute. Alright guys, don't get confused. I would explain it nicely for you to understand when we go a bit more further. Now let us define something in H1 tag. Alright, H1 to H6, if you've watched the presentational videos, then you would understand this, that H1 to H6 is the range of heading in HTML elements. Alright, so I define this to be H1, and you would see the result. So I'm gonna say I am shoe. Alright, so after that I will save my work. Now look at the sweetness of editors. What does it does to us? Now it gives us the freedom of not minimizing this and going over there to go and then click on it before it's run. We can easily go to run. When we click on run, then we select a browser that we've installed. So I have Google Chrome installed, so I will say launch in Chrome and see what happens. Okay, straight ahead you see it being displayed on my page that I am shoe. So guys, you see how editors are very great to use. So some editors include brackets, Sublime, Notepad++, and more at the market. Some are for free, some are for commercial purpose. You buy and then use it. Alright guys, so let's use another one saying H2. Alright, but in that case, let's just copy this. Okay, and then let's paste it here, let's paste it here, let's paste it here for about 6 times. Alright guys, now I'm going to change this to from H1 to H2, change here to H2, but then you have to close it. Remember that this is not a void element, you have to close all of them. I made a mistake by not closing the first one, so you have to close it. And then this is H3, and then that is H3 too. I just want to show you the size of all the heading elements. Okay, sorry, this is 4. And then let's close this. Okay, let's close this too, and then we say 5, but bring the back forward slash to close it. Now let's close this one too. Okay, 6. Alright guys, you can see what I'm doing over here is not any big thing. Alright, so this 6. Okay. Alright guys, so after this we can just save our work. After saving this work, it's not necessarily leaving a space. Someone will say, do we have to leave a space? No, you don't have to leave any space. After that, you would save your work, or you can press Ctrl+S to save your work, and then run your work in your favorite browser, in my case Google Chrome. Alright, so see how H1 element is used. I am shoe, that is the H2. The first one is the H1, the second one is the H2, followed by H3, followed by H4, followed by H5, followed by H6. So you can see how they give their sizes. So you can choose the one that is best for your content to use and then use it. Mostly when you are using this H heading element, you are supposed to take note that when you just use it anyhow in your HTML file, it becomes more or less not nice. So when you start from H1, make sure that the rest that you would be using would be coming down. So assuming I use H3 for my title, which would display it in the body. In this case, a title, just title as you know, which would display in the body. Then I have to use either H4, H5, or H6 to display it so that it will be nice. In any case, you are not restricted. You can use the H1 after using H3, but it's not going to be nice, guys. So this is a basic way of using heading.